And joining us in the studio today is a man who has made the new paradigm his own. Thilo Konzok set up his own startup at the tender age of 21. Welcome to the show, and thank you very much for joining us, Thilo. Perhaps just as a general question to begin with, we hear a lot about these new startups everywhere, but perhaps for some of our viewers, it's not a familiar concept. So what do you think is the difference between a startup and just founding a new company?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go steal an explanation by Paul Graham, and he said that the main difference is that you're just trying to do something, like one thing very, very well, and then try to grow as quickly as possible and try to get that exponential growth graph. I think that's the main difference.
And you've gone through this. We know that it's not always easy. We have the stereotype of you and your buddy sitting with a laptop in a basic office, having fun and still earning money. Is it really that concept? Is it really that?
I mean, it's partly that, but it's mostly not that. I mean, the nice thing is, like, talking to you right now, and on the outside, it seems like it's very easy and it's all fun. But it mainly goes bad, right? If you look at it statistically, 90% of startups fail. And then I think the most important thing for yourself is this, enjoy the journey, right? Because it most likely outcome is going to be failure. And then you're just trying to get into your job, do your job right, and do the best thing you can do. And then there's a lot of things you can control, and try to distance yourself from that. And I think that's the right way to look at it.
And it's important to have the keys to success. We've been talking in today's show about what it takes to succeed in today's modern business world. What do you think are the three most important criteria that you have to have, the characteristics that you need to succeed in the business world today?
I think, yeah, as I said, there's a lot of stuff you can control, but there's like 10% you can control, and you need to control those 10% as much as you can possibly do. And that's probably choosing the right people. I mean, it's the same thing in startup as it is in life, right? You're going to probably spend 7 to 10 years of your life with them. So getting the team right is very important, and then getting the mission right. And that's very easy to say in hindsight, but if you're in the moment, it's just so important that you work on something that keeps you up at night, right? Because it's most likely going to fail. So you better choose something that you have fun doing. And it's definitely very hard to find that one thing, and I haven't found it yet. But I'm like, you feel like you're getting closer, and the amplitude of where you're looking is getting smaller.
We hope that you find it soon. Let's talk about support, because you're not alone. It also depends on your environment. Do you think that Germany and Berlin, as we always hear, are providing the right environment for startups?
Yeah, I think if you look at startups environment, the most important thing is to consider is opportunity, right? And opportunity is defined by where you are and where you can possibly go, right? And the nice thing is, if you look at Silicon Valley, they're pretty much on the top already. But there's so much way to grow for us here in Berlin. I think that's very important. And I studied architecture, and I always go around Berlin and look at cranes, right? And seeing cranes means building being built, and that means a lot, I think. And that shows a lot of opportunity happening in Berlin right now.
And if you could talk to a viewer that's perhaps not sure if he should go forward with an idea for a startup, what would you tell them?
I mean, do it, right? The thing is that I'm 23 now, and I probably have 10 years where I can be super intensive about one topic, and I better do it now, right? But then there's also times where you can only be 19 once, right? So you should better enjoy that time. It's the only time where you can go travel, do stuff like that. And don't feel like you need to run after someone. And it's definitely very easy to say. That's very hard to do in reality. And I'm the biggest victim of that. But I think just go ahead, do it. Try to do it before you're 30 or 35, before other things get more important. Yeah.
Very well. So it's just go forward and enjoy the ride. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you best of success, and I hope to see you in a further show then.
Thank you.
Take care.